Hello everyone. Welcome to another learning session of Foundation of Programming at CodeMode, where you learn by practice. Currently you are learning about internet, and in today's class we will learn about wireless network connections. Before I start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, especially if you are watching on YouTube. For complete course and practice, go to our platform my.codemode.us. Let's begin. Wireless connections are those where you do not need any wires. Very obvious. And you have already experienced it in your home in form of Wi-Fi. When you connect to a Wi-Fi, you are transferring data over the internet without using any wires. Look at the diagram here. You can see that whether it is your tablet or mobile phone or your laptop, you are connected to Wi-Fi. All of these devices are connected to the Wi-Fi and receiving and transferring data over the internet. Now, how does really this work? This Wi-Fi is possible because of the router. Router is a physical device that is responsible for taking the data from the internet, which behind the scene actually is connected to another device called modem. So when you take internet from a company, for example, I have AT&T in US. AT&T has given me a modem, and this modem is connected to the fiber optic cables in my community, and this modem is sending data to the router, and router is converting this data to radio signals, and that radio signals is received by my laptop or my tablet. These radio signals are again converted back into the binary data. So when data is coming here, you are getting the data, but your laptop or your other devices has a hardware that is capable of convert and receiving radio signals and convert it back into the machine in the binary data. So that is how typically a wireless connections work. You have your service provider provides a modem, and in some cases you may see that modem and router both are into single machine. It's a single device, but you may see a two separate device, or you may see a single device, but idea is same. You have modem, you have router. Modem sends data to router. Router is creating radio signals and sending radio signals to your devices. Now, in terms of speed, of course, the wireless connections have limitations. Typically, a radio signal has 70 to 100 feet range, and that's why if you go further away from your router, then you may receive a weak signal and you may have problem in sending the data. This primarily because of the radio waves. Now, wireless connections sends radio signals. Usually it's 100 feet, and it has 1.3 gigabyte per second bandwidth. And we'll learn a little bit more about bandwidth in the next class. But it is relatively slow compared to other types. Then next comes the copper cables. These two are the wired connections we learned in the last class. Copper cables send electricity. Its distance is usually 330 feet up to. It has 1 gigabyte per second bandwidth, and it may have some interference. It has its own limitation. Now, fiber optic cable sends light waves, and it go up to 50 miles, and it's really high in terms of bandwidth. But of course, it is expensive because you have to lay down those wires under the ground and all of that part. So now you understand all three primary type of connections, out of which two are wired and one is wireless. This one. That's all in today's class. If you have any question, post it in the community on my.codemode.us. Also take time to solve the quiz. I'll see you all in the next class. Keep learning.